Today we're going to be reviewing a Graflex Empire Strikes Back build versus a New Hope build. We'll go into details and the comparisons between the two. Hey Saber fans, Tony here from Lightsabers, and today we're going to be doing a Graflex 2.0 versus a Graflex Shop Graflex. Now this one's configured as Empire Strikes Back, and this one's configured into the New Hope style. Now the differences between, as builds go, is the New Hope style has one button, and the Empire Strikes Back has two buttons. And that can vary. With proffie, you still get all the same features, whether it's one button or two button, but the accuracy between the two is a bit different, and depending on what you want. Now, you can definitely install the control box, but it's a lot harder to manage than installing the buttons that are already given to you. Because this is a flash gun Graflex replica, these already function as buttons, and so it's easier to put a button inside there than trying to recreate or build a new button in the control box, because this is right now static. This does not function as buttons, but as film accuracy goes, most people want to use this as the activation button / auxiliary, and the way that people do that is they have the auxiliary right here and the on button on the bottom, and so it's kind of like a lever action. But with these builds here, it's easier to do the top buttons. With a New Hope build, you have a one button mod. Because this glass eye only uses a retention screw, I had to find a different way to use that. And so this is just a retention screw for the blade. You have one button here instead of having, of course, the lever action here. And so it's a lot easier. With proffie, of course, you don't lose features. Now with Empire Strikes Back, you have both this red button here and the red button there, as well as, so this will form as your auxiliary, and this is your main button. It's a lot easier to do it Empire Strikes Back version because of that. Now the comparison between the two, you have, of course, the glass eye and the red button, but then you have the bubble strip, the calculator bubble strip, and then you have the strip card here. Now as well, you don't have the rivets in the grips here, but you have the grips on here, and different accuracies. If you watch certain frame rates, you have black rivets versus silver rivets, depending on what scene from the movie you are comparing it to, as well as sometimes it has a mylar strip here as accuracy goes, but this one does not right now. As functionality goes, with proffie, you have all the same features with one button versus two buttons, so you don't lose or compromise your build. With CFX or other boards, you do kind of sacrifice features because you choose one button or two, and so that's why I like proffie better, is because you have all the same features, but you're not limiting yourself if you have or want one button. Now, Graflex 2.0, this is an older build versus the Graflex shop. Now, you can buy the Graflex. This is a blemished kit, so this is about $150, but you get the full thing, Graflex clamp and the full body of the Graflex. You have to install it yourself, so you have to put the bunny ears in, you have to put all the screws in. It does not come with a blade holder, so I had to buy the blade holder from Vader's Vault. I had to buy the extra buttons and stuff for Empire Strikes Back because it only comes with one and a glass eye. So the one that I got did not come with a Graflex clamp, so I decided to buy one as well from them. And then the bottom of it is actually a Graflex 2.0, so I only bought the top section. That was only $100. But if you bought the full kit that comes with the Graflex clamp and the bottom section, then it'll be about $150. Now the blemished kits, there's nothing to really complain about. They're blemished because it has scratches or a dent. This one that I bought didn't come with any noticeable dents or scrapes, so that was very nice. Now, as installs go, you can have character-specific fonts, or you can go through the entire history of that saber or character. For this build specifically, the customer wanted just a New Hope on, and then some random fonts that he wanted at the very end. And then for this one, I decided to go through and go from Episode 3 all the way into Return of the Jedi and Vader's Redemption, and then putting on Unstable and some Vader fonts as well. And so, with this, it has stock Neopixel connector. This one also has stock Neopixel connector. This one's using the short pins that just came out, the Echo stock Neopixel connector, which is a bit different. I'm still kind of working on that one, but it's still very good nonetheless. Now, with the bunny ears, one thing that I realized is that this is a lot shinier than this, and with this is more centered, and this is more to one side, and that's because of the way that it was built. I don't know if that's part of the blemish set, or if that's just because of how it's supposed to be. And so as accuracy goes, Graflex 2.0 is not exactly what you'd be looking for. They're good for installs, very friendly, way better to install. Now this is more accurate, but you're gonna run into more problems like certain switches and this and that. Like the Vader's Vault blade holder does not fit exactly. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has a little space there that sticks out more than it would on the Graflex. The Graflex 2.0, since it was designed for it, doesn't have any gaps or things extruding from the hole. But this is more accurate, mainly because the screw here was used with the rivet, and that's how it was supposed to be used, versus this one has a hole carved out that is like a spacer for this. but it's also cheaper. Buying a Graflex 2.0 or 2.5 or whatever they're on right now, Corband's going to charge you maybe $225 just for the hilt, and then $650 for a full install. Now this one's $150, and then getting a Neopixel install, you know, you're saving maybe $100. And so I highly recommend it if you know what you're doing. All right, we're going to be putting a blade in the Empire Strikes Back version because I just finished it, and a New Hope version I already finished and I already made a video on. You can check the link below to check it out. Let's put a blade in it. All right, now for this build I wanted to capture Anakin's lightsaber throughout the rest of his years. So starting at episode 3, working all the way up to Vader's redemption, I wanted to capture all of those fonts. So I think I'm going to go through 7-ish fonts in here, starting with the Chosen One by K-Sith.
Anakin Skywalker.
This is where the fun begins.
The next font is the villain side of K-Sith's font.
Darth Vader.
Now with this one I decided to do dual phase, so instead of doing color spectrum, I just have dual phase so it changes directly to red, kind of symbolizing his turn to the dark side. So, and then he's slaughtering younglings on this one. Oh, I turned it off. There we go. Changes directly to red. And then dark font.
Do what must be done, Lord Vader. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy.
Good font. And next is the Battle of Episode 3.
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
It's the same font. I was going to do Kyberphonics Hero Pack, but I thought K-Sith captured it more. Good stuff. And then Lightning Block, of course. Oh, that's the color changing. I wanted Lightning Block. Next is A New Hope.
I call it luck. In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
So this is Hoth, made by Mad Cow. It didn't have smooth swings I quite liked, so I added different smooth swings to it. I also added the track Hyperspace by John Williams, but we'll go through the the font first. Quite nice. It's a good font. It's a very good font. Alright, now the track. So I made this track, Hyperspace. Very nice. It fits the lightsaber. Anyways, next font.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
So naturally, Empire Strikes Back lightsaber, you gotta have Empire Strikes Back font on there. So this is Kyberphonics version.
Now, release your anger. Only your hatred can destroy me.
Luke Skywalker.
This is LS6 by K-Sith, and then we have Return by Kyberphonic. So.
Force, come on. If you will not turn to the dark side, then perhaps she will.
Then we have post offs as well, so let's turn it off.
Father, you've arrived.
gonna get different ones.
Let me look on you with my own eyes.
And then the track for this is good stuff. The throne bugle.
Let me look up. Be careful not to.
We got 2 Vader fonts on here. One to kind of do Rogue One, and one for Vader during the original trilogy. So. What we got? The original trilogy one. This one doesn't have the Rogue One hallway scene. This has the Imperial March. Very good. Very fitting. So this is Unstable V2 by Kyberphonic. So we got, had to put this Unstable on there because why not? Very cool. And then
Prepare a boarding party.
let's go. Because why not?
Anakin Skywalker.
Back to the beginning. I hope that was helpful comparing the Graflex 2.0 versus the Graflex Shop Graflex. Now, as builds go, this is a very friendly build. It was one of my second build overall when I was learning Proffie and Neopixel, and I hope that you find it helpful and build your own Graflex as well. Please like, comment any questions about the build. Commissions are open. Please click the link below to see my Etsy or take commissions through Instagram. Share with friends, family, Graflex fans. Subscribe. If you like the content, keep on coming. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.